Hey, Dad, how are you doing today? Are Emily and Rachel taking good care of you?
I'm doing all right, and they're looking after me well, so I gladly appreciate it.
That's good to hear. I won't be home early today and figured I'll talk to you before you go to bed.
What's this about? What do you really want?
What do you mean?
It's rare for you to message me directly. We live together. You never text me. Must be something. What is it? You usually only text Rachel or Emily if you need anything. If you need to talk to me via text, that usually means you need to talk to me about something.
What, I can't check in?
You rarely do, so this is a bit surprising. It's just a little bit out of the ordinary.
I just wanted to chat before you go to bed. Nothing weird about that, right?
Let me guess, another money discussion? Something at least to do with money, it has to be.
Why would you think that?
The only time you message me is when it's about money. You never message just to check on me or even talk to me. I know there's a reason. You know, I am old, but I'm still your dad.
Hey, don't make it sound so bad.
When was the last time you messaged just to talk?
I message you about other things.
Like what?
Well, okay, you might have a point. I guess I always contact you when I'm in trouble, huh?
Right.
Sorry. Money's tight this month. I don't think I can pay you much this month. I feel terrible.
Ah, there it is. Finally, there it is.
We had a bunch of co-workers' weddings and housewarming gifts hit all at once.
If there's a reason, that's fine. I understand.
Really? You're not mad?
After all, you're living with me to help out and take care of me. It's not a problem.
Thank you for being so understanding. I appreciate that. And you know, we moved in with you because we want to help.
Do you want to, though?
Of course. That's something we want to do.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, you don't need to worry about that. I will take care of you no matter what.
I appreciate that. I feel terrible about it, though. You know you don't need to do that.
What are you talking about? We're family and we're here for you.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just...
Hey, don't feel guilty. We're family, Dad. Is something bothering you?
Well, it's about Rachel.
What about Rachel? What is it? Did she say something to bother you?
She's been...
Go on. What's up? She's helping with your care and everything, right? You're making me worry now. Is she not helping you out?
Well, I didn't want to be the one to say this, but...
What is it?
Okay, I don't think Rachel wants to be here.
What makes you say that? Tell me more about it.
Well, I know you always tell me that you will always help me, but I don't think she feels the same way.
Emily doesn't mind helping out. Why do you say that?
Rachel's been leaving everything to Emily, both the housework and your care.
What do you mean by that?
I probably shouldn't say this since I'm the one being cared for.
What is it?
But with things as they are, Emily's carrying too much of the burden. She's still in high school, so could you maybe talk to Rachel about it? I'm not in the position to tell her what to do, so I think it would be best if you talk to her.
It's complicated.
What is complicated? I don't see how it's complicated.
What am I supposed to say? Rachel's already exhausted from adjusting to living together and helping with your care. I don't really know how to go about it.
Is she, though?
She's doing her best in her own way.
Her best seems to involve a lot of shopping trips while Emily is at home taking care of everything, it seems. I know Rachel is your wife, and I don't want to say anything about your relationship, but I need you to think of Emily too, okay?
She just needs time to decompress, a little bit of time to collect herself.
Of course I understand that. It seems very reasonable.
See? It's not so bad, right?
But Emily told me she had to quit her club activities to handle everything at home, the poor girl.
That was Emily's choice. She said she wanted to do it. She wanted to have more time to be home. Nobody asked her to do that.
But did she really have a choice?
Of course she did. We didn't make her leave her club after all. Her own decisions led her there. Sure, we might be pushing Emily a bit hard, but Rachel's in the same boat.
I guess so. I mean, they are your family, and you know better than I do.
Exactly. I know I'm being unfair, but I am trying my best here too. So please, don't make too big a deal out of this.
I won't make a big deal out of it, don't worry. I'd hate for there to be tension between you and Rachel.
That's what I'm worried about too. It's just been complicated.
After all, this situation is my responsibility. I feel terrible about it. I'm sorry I put all of you in this situation.
Dad, please don't say that.
I'm sorry for bringing it up. Everyone's doing their best to help me. I hope all of you know that I appreciate the help.
You don't need to apologize. Please, don't worry too much about it.
Thanks, that helps.
I'll try talking to Rachel about it anyway. I'll see what I can do to help. Maybe I will help a little more, you know?
Yeah, please do. I have been feeling guilty for Emily.
I'll find the right moment and I'll talk with her.
After I'm gone, you and Rachel will be all Emily has.
Dad, come on, don't talk like that. Don't say that ever again.
I'm not saying you need to be best friends, but I'd rather there wasn't any bad blood. I just want all of you to have a good relationship. I need to make sure you're all good when I'm gone.
Don't talk like that. You've got plenty of time left.
It may not be right away, but my health hasn't been great lately, so we all know the time will come sooner or later.
Hey, why are you talking about this now? Everyone has ups and downs. You're fine.
The doctors say things are likely to get worse, so I want you to know that, okay?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
There's a lot you don't know. Trust me, there is a lot. Well, no one knows exactly when, but I need to know you'll take care of your sister.
You'll be fine. I want you to stop thinking about that. And yes, I will take care of her. Don't worry about her.
Good. When the time comes, please look after Emily.
Of course I will. Emily's my precious little sister. I'll do whatever I can.
Will you really?
You can count on me.
Thank you, son.
That's what family is for, right?
I'm glad you two have each other.
Hey, Nathan. The doctor just left. Dad won't be able to get out of bed anymore.
Is that all?
What do you mean, is that all? Dad collapsed. Aren't you worried?
I know he did. When did this happen?
Why aren't you more concerned?
Look, I'm busy at work.
You always say you're busy. You only act nice and careful in front of Dad. You're the worst.
Yeah, whatever. So, Dad's condition, he just can't get out of bed?
What do you mean, just can't get out of bed? Don't you care at all?
Just tell me what the doctor said.
The doctor said he'll probably start having more periods where he's not fully conscious.
How often?
He didn't say exactly. He's awake and conscious right now, but he's not really seeing me. I mean, I don't think he understands what's going on.
Finally?
What does that mean? What do you mean, finally? How can you say that when Dad's in this condition?
Never mind, that's between us.
Between whom? What are you talking about?
But Rachel was home today, right?
Yes, but she left right after the doctor left.
Of course she did.
She probably went out shopping or something. I don't know.
You could say that if you wanted to.
You and Rachel really don't care about Dad at all, do you?
She might play around sometimes, but this time it's different.
Different how? Like, in what way is this different from the other times?
Haven't confirmed yet, but she's probably getting started on moving preparations.
Moving? What do you mean, moving?
Think about it.
What is there to think about?
Come on, you must know. Rachel and I weren't living here and caring for Dad out of the goodness of our hearts.
I know that. You always use work as an excuse to avoid helping with care. And Rachel just did the bare minimum when she was here. She dumped all the housework on me, too.
So why do you think we stayed?
What?
Then why do you think we've been living here? Why stay together when we have no interest in caregiving or housework?
I don't know. Probably so you wouldn't have to pay rent. I don't know what you two were up to.
Seriously? You've always been so stupid.
Stop calling me stupid.
You think we'd put up with all this hassle just to save on rent?
Then why?
We've been doing this for Dad's inheritance.
OMG! I can't believe it. There's absolutely no way.
It's pretty simple. Dad always favored you. You knew that, right?
That's not true.
It would be ridiculous if you got more of the inheritance when he dies.
Is that really all you care about?
So we've been helping with his care to get our fair share.
So you were just basically scoring points? Is that why you two were acting like helping? That's really low. How could you treat your own father like that?
Say what you want. I actually saw Dad's will before, and it said he'd give me some inheritance too.
You went through Dad's things? So all you care about is his money?
What Rachel and I have been doing is working.
You looked at it without permission?
That doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
What matters is he's too weak to change his will now.
You are unbelievable. You and Rachel are the worst people I've ever known.
He can't even think clearly, so there's no way he could change his will. He probably doesn't know what's going on. It doesn't matter what happens now.
You planned this all along, huh?
So there's no point in continuing to care for him. He won't do a thing about it.
I can't believe this. So you're just gonna leave him now? You were just faking it until Dad wasn't capable of taking care of himself?
He's impressive, I'll give him that. He's got more saved up than most people his age. I feel so lucky he's my dad now. All the sweet talk and act we had to put up, it was all worth it. But right now, he's just an old man who can't even live properly without care.
How can you talk about him like that? Why do you think you can talk to him like that?
When he said he wanted to hire a caregiver, we opposed it just to score more points. Then he would think highly of me and Rachel. I knew he'd fall for that.
You opposed it to make me do more work? You want the inheritance that badly?
Are you upset your share is gonna be less now?
I never said anything about inheritance. I don't care what he leaves behind. I would rather have him well and alive.
You are such a kid.
I'm not a kid. I am not some child who needs your approval.
Look, we're getting our inheritance for sure now. Sorry, Emily, but you'll have to handle everything from here. You got this, right? I mean, you have been doing everything anyway.
I am still in high school. How am I supposed to manage school while taking care of a bedridden father? I can't do that alone.
You'll figure it out. You'll be all right. That's why we made you quit your club activities. If that's not enough, maybe you should quit school.
That's impossible. What if something happens to Dad?
That would actually be lucky for us. That just means we'd receive money sooner than anticipated.
You are just the worst. I have no words.
The sooner we get the inheritance, the better. Just let me know when Dad passes away. That's all I care about now.
How could you say that?
I'll come by to collect the inheritance. You're on your own now. Hey, Emily, is Dad still alive?
Of course he is. Don't ever say such things again.
Oh, don't be like that. Don't be disrespectful to your brother. You don't have to be like that. Maybe you're too tired.
What the hell do you want from me?
What's wrong with you? Cheer up. Don't be so tense. Maybe you're overdoing it with Dad's care.
You know, just talking with you makes me feel sick. Who do you think is responsible for the situation?
What situation? Dad got old and sick. That's not my fault. It's his fault, if anything. He needs care because he didn't take care of his health.
Really? That's your take on this situation?
We're not to blame. I didn't make him sick or disabled. I had nothing to do with his condition.
We're not to blame? You mean you and Rachel? I'm done. Talking to you is giving me a headache. Seriously.
Oh, so speaking of Rachel, she's pregnant. We'd like to get a house soon. A baby costs a lot and she can't work, so we're trying to budget better and see how we can manage our finances better.
Your finance situation has nothing to do with us, but congratulations.
So how's Dad's condition looking? We were hoping to receive the money soon.
I knew there was a reason you contacted me. I knew it. I can't believe you were really asking me this. But to answer your question, Dad is still doing fine. Thank you for asking. I will let him know you asked about him.
What do you mean he's doing fine? He must have been about to cross the bridge. Do you know how long he's got? I'm just stating facts. He's bedridden and he can't have much time left. So what do you think? Months?
You seem very certain about that.
The doctor said so, right? Remember, I'm getting my inheritance and I want to know when we should be expecting that. That's all.
Are you sure you were receiving anything?
Of course I am.
You think Dad would let you inherit after everything you've done to him? After how you treated him? Don't you think he would not want anything to do with you after how you basically wishing him to die? Thank God he's doing fine and is capable of suing you.
What did you say? What are you talking about, huh? Are you saying he's gonna sue me? How? He can't sue me. He's bedridden. How would he even do that?
Let me ask you this then. Are you absolutely certain he's bedridden?
Okay, look, I don't have time to deal with this. What game are you playing? What the hell are you talking about? Are you losing it from exhaustion or something?
Actually, I'm feeling quite clear-headed. I am doing absolutely fine, and Dad is doing fine as well.
What does that mean?
About Dad being bedridden? That was a lie.
What? What do you mean that was a lie?
Exactly what I said. We did it to get you and Rachel to reveal your true intentions. We weren't sure if it would work, but it did.
What are you talking about? This doesn't make sense. The doctor was at the house! Rachel saw him make the diagnosis!
Did she really see a diagnosis, though? That was his friend playing doctor.
His friend? What the hell? So, both of you just lied to us?
It wasn't much of a diagnosis. He just said he was bedridden.
Okay, so you guys were all acting? This can't be happening. This seriously can't be happening right now. So when you contacted me, everything you said was all lies, too?
Exactly. Don't get me wrong, Dad still needs care and all, but he's living normally. He is not as sick as you and Rachel hoped.
But why?
Why do you think? Think about it. Seriously, take a moment and think about it.
What about the inheritance then? What about the money?
What about it?
So, if he knows everything, he saw how I acted too?
Every single message. He reads them all. He's already changed the will and is working on it.
He can't do that! No! I'm his son still!
Aw, too bad. He already did, and there's nothing you can do about it. You'll probably only get the legal minimum now.
This is bullshit! I won't accept this! You can't do this to me! Do you know how much we put up with for this inheritance? Do you know how much work we had to put up?
Put up with? You mean how much I put up with?
Everything was just a trick? That's fraud! You all tricked me!
Fraud? That's rich coming from you. We may have tricked you, but you're the ones who chose to leave. You left as quickly as possible, too. We didn't make you leave. You couldn't wait to leave us. Don't blame us if he's written you off.
I'll fight this! He doesn't know what's going on, probably. I'm gonna fight this!
Besides, do you really have the time to worry about that? Instead of inheritance, you're getting sued. That is what you should be worried about.
That's impossible. We haven't done anything worth suing over. I'm not worried. That's not going to go anywhere.
Oh yeah? You want to bet? Dad and I have been collecting evidence. We have plenty of evidence to show. We are not worried about it. But you should. Plus, you said you're having a baby soon. You better start saving up.
Evidence of what? I didn't do anything wrong!
You really want to know? Rachel hasn't told you?
Told me what?
She's injured Dad several times while pretending to care for him. It wasn't an accident. She did it on purpose.
She what? What did she do?
I don't know if she was just frustrated, but that's enough reason to sue, isn't it?
That witch! I told her so many times to take proper care of Dad. Oh, I knew she'd screw up somehow.
Oh, now you're concerned about Dad's care?
We were there to take care of him, to show him we deserve his inheritance. Of course she needed to treat him well. Now look what she got us into.
You're just as bad. You always used to work as an excuse to avoid helping. You were no help.
That's different. I was working.
How is it different? And when you did help, you half-assed everything. Do you know how much stress you've caused for everyone?
That's not enough reason to sue.
No? What about neglect? Do you want me to remind you of what you did? Okay, another reason of how you treated me. Dumping all the housework and caregiving on a high school student. Forcing me to quit my activities.
You agreed to that!
Did I have a choice? If I wasn't coming home, Dad would have nobody. That's plenty of reason to sue too.
Come on, you can't be serious about suing. We're family!
Family? Now you care about family? Dad and I have been holding back all this time.
Holding back what exactly?
He couldn't protect me if he tried to force you out of the house. He cried, telling me to be patient until we could prepare the lawsuit. Do you understand how he felt?
Dad cried?
How dare you talk about family after what you did to your own father? You are not my family anymore.
Okay, we were wrong. We're sorry, okay? Tell him we'll help from now on, so please forgive us.
No, it's definitely too late for that. You and Rachel left as soon as you heard Dad was bedridden. That was the final straw. The lawsuit's already prepared.
So, I'll lose both the inheritance and have to pay damages?
Exactly. Dad said the damage will probably be more than what you would have inherited. You and Rachel won't have anything left.
This is ridiculous! I can't accept this!
What's ridiculous is how you treated us. So, now that you know what is going to happen, what are you going to do about it? Dad may not be bedridden, but he's still elderly. He already had health issues. He probably doesn't have much time left either way.
Oh, whatever. Then I'll take all your inheritance when that happens. You're gonna have to give it to me anyway.
What? Are you crazy? Why would I have to do that? That is absolutely crazy to think that way.
You're just a kid. It's inappropriate for you to get that much money.
A kid? I thought I was adult enough to handle all the caregiving.
You're still underage, so we're saying we'll use it for you. I'll bring the paperwork later, so sign it.
You are so pathetic.
Dad, is it true that you're doing fine and not bedridden?
It is. I'm doing well, actually. I still need help, but Emily has been wonderful.
Oh, okay. I'm glad to hear you're doing well.
Son, is it true you're having a baby?
Who told you that?
Emily mentioned it.
Yes, it's true.
A child is a big responsibility. Are you ready for that responsibility?
Of course I am.
Like you were ready to care for me?
That's different.
How so?
I'm sorry, Dad. I was wrong. Please forgive me.
What's this about? What are you apologizing for?
Everything, the inheritance, the care.
Be specific.
I've caused you a lot of pain and trouble. I'll apologize as much as needed. Just please don't sue me.
Is that what this is about? The lawsuit?
Please, Dad, I'm sorry.
You're apologizing to the wrong person.
What do you mean?
The one you've really troubled is Emily.
I apologized to her too.
Have you?
I sent her a message.
If you have time to apologize to me, apologize to her. You must be sincere.
I already apologized to Emmy.
When?
I texted her earlier.
You call that brief message an apology? That doesn't count.
What else am I supposed to do?
And I heard you even got angry at her afterward. If you were really sorry, you wouldn't do that.
Emily wouldn't listen to me.
Should she?
I was trying to fix things.
Of course she wouldn't. None of this would have happened if you hadn't forced me to file a lawsuit.
I didn't force you.
Didn't you? And now you're still blaming others? As your father, I'm ashamed!
Let's not talk about that now.
When should we talk about it then?
Please, just don't go through with the lawsuit.
Give me one good reason.
What if it makes your condition worse?
Now you care about my condition?
That wouldn't be fair to Emily! Dad, you're not young anymore. You need to take care of yourself.
That's rich coming from someone who never cared about my well-being.
I did care!
When? You have no right to say such things when you've shown zero concern for me.
I'm about to be a father.
Exactly. You're about to become a father. Take responsibility for your actions.
I am taking responsibility.
How can you face your child? Can you proudly tell them how you mocked your father and sacrificed your sister for an inheritance?
That's none of your business.
Everything about my children is my business. Taking responsibility for your child's mistakes is a parent's duty.
I don't need your lectures.
Clearly you do.
That's not necessary.
Being a parent means doing what's unnecessary. You're about to become a father. If you can't take responsibility for your own actions, how will you handle your child's?
I'll figure it out. I'll be fine.
Like you've figured out caring for me? If you can't do that, you shouldn't become a father at all.
You don't mean that.
I do. Think about it. Just be better.
Dad went through with the lawsuit against my brother and his wife, just as he said he would. The evidence was collected, along with the text messages to prove they abandoned Dad. Was enough to win the case. Nathan and Rachel were ordered to pay damages. Nathan paid his share of the damages in full without argument. Rachel tried to fight it, but Nathan convinced her to pay. We haven't had direct contact with them since. Though Dad told me that Nathan and Rachel ended up getting divorced. Apparently, even after their baby was born, Rachel didn't change. She still refused to do any housework or childcare. Nathan finally had enough and filed for divorce. Maybe Dad's words changed something in Nathan. I don't know how Nathan's child will turn up, but I hope they receive all the love Nathan can give. As for me, I'm focusing on my studies as high school graduation approaches. Things have gone much easier since we hired a caregiver to help with Dad. Eventually, Dad's condition might worsen to the point where home care isn't possible. Until then, I want to keep living together with him.